Now that your model magic has had time to set up, we are going to start adding details to it. If you don't already have a piece of cardboard with your name, we need to get you one so that we can continue to let this dry over next week. If I was a good teacher and had time, then I glued a magnet on here so it'll look like this, or either a couple of dot ones. Now these aren't very strong, so really this will probably just hang for decoration rather than to actually hold things up. So now you're just gonna kind of think about what you're gonna do to enhance this. So I would probably go ahead and color in the eye sockets and the nose with black. You guys can decide what it is that you want to do. If you don't want to do that, maybe you want to draw flowers inside the eyes, you could do that too. So let's see what that might look like. And I would use permanent marker, guys. Use a Sharpie because the washable stuff will kind of probably fade a little bit faster and maybe not even stick to the model magic as well. So let's say you want to do some sort of flower inside, which is kind of some simple petals. And get those drawn in. And again, these are supposed to be symmetrical, generally speaking. So if you do it on one side, you do it on the other side as well. Oops, I got a little bit more than I wanted to there, but maybe I can use the black to help me fix that. So I will go ahead and maybe outline those with black so you guys can see from the skull here that these holes are where your eyes used to be when you are now a skeleton. And so we kind of just do black generally to show or give the impression of a shadow. So black would be a great way to kind of color that in and add that detail. So you can see that you're just simply coloring. It's going to be hard for you guys to do any pencil drawing on this. So you're going to just kind of have to jump in and hope that you don't mess up with your Sharpie, because we can't really work backwards if we mess something up. So you can kind of see my progress. I would probably get a skinny Sharpie as well, so that if you want to outline teeth, that you have a finer point to do that with. I'm just going to see if I can kind of simply outline the teeth here to have that detail really pop out and stand out at me, and then just kind of go make these little vertical slits to show the teeth. So you can kind of see that that's kind of turning into more of the idea of the mouth there that I was looking for. You can see I kind of messed up there. It kind of went on a diagonal when I didn't mean to. So if you have stuff like that happen, just see if you can problem solve it. Maybe I can just fill that in so it looks like a missing tooth or something like that. So go ahead and add your details with your markers, and then we can get some glitter and sequins out. So if you want to add some details with those things, that will be a fun way to do that. But again, it should be the last thing you do. I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some sequins and use them for the center part of the flower there. So I'm going to see if I can find some that kind of match here. Got two yellow ones. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a little dab of glue right in the middle there. And it's probably more than they need, but since I'm not gluing to a flat surface, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to kind of slightly overload it and then place the sequins in that little dot of glue and just leave that and let it dry. Alright, well, my details in here are slightly boring. Let's try to enhance that a little bit. Maybe put some sort of decorative arch over here. Kind of do that again on the other side as well. I'm noticing that my edges aren't very clean, so I should probably take my scissors and trim the edges that aren't really very clean. But be careful so that you don't overcut stuff and then you're left with nothing. Alright, that looks slightly better. Throw that stuff away. And then let's talk about glitter. If we're going to do some glitter, we need to be extremely careful and be thoughtful about how we do this so that I don't have to clean up a giant mess after you. So let's go ahead and maybe do like a little design right here with glitter. So what I need to do is I need to draw with my glue bottle what I want that to look like. So just kind of slowly and carefully, so you're not overdoing it. Draw your detail in glue. Now you don't have to do glitter, and sometimes I recommend that. I feel like this got pretty blobby and I'm not sure I'm going to be too happy with that. So, you know, just think about it before you do it. Let's get some little dots down here too, just for interest. And again, this should really be the last thing that you do. Somebody else might have gotten one of these out, so if you need to use that color, use the same tub so we don't have 20 tubs of the same color. You are going to take your glitter and you are going to pour it over the tub so that all of the glitter that doesn't get caught by the glue gets trapped in the little tub. Okay, so let's see what happens here. I'm going to kind of tap off the extra. You can see that maybe a lot of glitter got stuck where I didn't really want it to be. I'm just gonna go ahead and leave that and let it dry for now and see if I can wipe it off later when the glue has had time to dry so that I don't end up ruining the entire design. So kind of just be patient with it and don't try to do too much with it. We'll let this sit here and dry. So if you have a piece of cardboard, which you should, he told you to get one, put it on the cardboard, set it on the tray, and we'll take a look at it again next week to see if there's anything else that we need to touch up or fix.